Just got off the call, phone. Blah, 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 blah. Hey guys, so I just got done milking Prudy. Hey Prudy, leave it. Leave it. Unfortunately, she still has that piece of afterbirth. I don't know if you guys will see this in the dark here. Right there. So I'm gonna go. The vet said 72 hours. This is 72 hours. So when I get inside, I'm gonna go ahead and call her and see if she wants to come out. Problem is today, this afternoon, we're super busy. But I'll have to see what I can figure out, because I'll either have to come home from something or whatever, because we need to get this taken care of, or see if like Chaz can come over here. Again, when I was milking her, she certainly seemed like she wanted to push, but it just wasn't coming out. So it's a bummer. We'll get this taken care of. I'm gonna head inside, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Well, I just got off the phone with a vet, and they are able to come out at 10, which is awesome, because if it had been this afternoon, I'm not sure what I would have done. They actually asked when I was available, so I'm super happy with these people so far, and I haven't even met them. So they're coming out at 10. I will let you guys know. I'm going to start the van and warm it up so that we can get the kids to go up. That's supposed to be over in about 10 minutes. I was able to use the old empty bucket trick to get Bullseye on the other side, so we don't have to worry about him. Prudence is over here. I'm going to go grab a lead rope in case we need it, either to get her in the milking parlor where we can work a little bit easier, or I don't know if you guys remember, I put this eye bolt right here for the last time we needed to do AI, so I could clip it to here and kind of loop the rope back around her to help keep her a little bit more immobilized if we need to. I'm hoping it doesn't come to that, but we'll see. And then I'm gonna grab a tripod, because I'm kind of hoping that the vet is cool with me filming, but we'll see. So I think I've got everything ready, at least everything that I know that I can get ready for the vet. So while I'm waiting for the vet, I want to tell you a funny story. So, you know that Matt Carricker spoof video I did a few days ago? Well, it's actually been doing really well. And his dad, who's also a Carricker, Mr. Carricker, Lee, he has a channel that has 50,000 subscribers. He commented on the video this morning and said, you're a very funny guy. So I hope he meant, it seemed like he meant that. I thought it was kind of cool. So anyway, I thought that was pretty funny. Here you go, Mama. Here you go, Mama.
Easy. It's just a little thermometer.
Come on.
That's nothing.
Yeah. What do we got on temperature? Good or bad?
It's okay. It's
okay.
It's a little low.
Okay.
But
this is the other thing I should say, because normally when I milk her, she very seldom pees or poops, but I think it's just been that, like, she's got that.
she's strange. Yeah. So, main thing with retained placentas is you really don't want to pull them
Right.
out.
Right. And that's why I was like, no, I'm not gonna do it.
There's always a risk of
Ripping something?
yeah, just leaving, even if you just leave a little bit in,
Okay.
it can really leave quite a bit of infection.
Yeah.
You know, it rots and because she had obviously, you know, an early calving or an aborted calf, it probably that'll cause retained placenta sometimes. I pulled on it about as hard as I'm willing to.
Right.
It's really thin, it's really attached in there and not out here. So unfortunately we have to wait for it to rot out.
Okay.
And the good news is it's not as bad this time of year.
Okay.
It's not like the middle of the summer and everything's really disgusting. But you do run a risk of metritis or like a uterine infection from that. So we can do kind of a watch and see situation. I would suspect in Jersey cows they're really kind of prone to hypocalcemia or milk fever. I'm sure you've heard of that. Do you have a different diet that you feed her before she started lactating versus after?
I really didn't. No.
Okay. So that I can't tell you whether it's the hypocalcemia or the abortion, which is the cause of this, but I can test for it really easily. I can do a little blood test. It's like a $10 test I can do back at the office, and then we'll know. It might be helpful for kind of coming up with a plan for how to feed her in the future.
Definitely.
So on dairy farms, like it's really important to have a different ration for your dry cows versus your milking cows, because these milking cows are using a ton of calcium to make milk, and the calcium has to come not only from their diet but also from they have uptake from their bones. So we need to. You don't want to feed a lot of calcium before they start lactating. It's counterintuitive because you think they're going to need it, but you want like the metabolic process in their body to already be started where they don't have a lot of calcium through their diet, so they're bringing it from their bones, and so that way when they start lactating, like the process is already started, and then we add calcium. So on a backyard herd with like 1 or 2 jerseys, usually I just the major source of calcium is from alfalfa hay. So normally I just say withhold any alfalfa hay and don't give like a lactating cow ration or mineral, which a lot of people don't think of changing. And then once they start lactating, give her a little more nutritious, add some calcium then. Has she come into milk pretty decently? Or?
She has. She, let's see, yesterday in total, probably got about 5 gallons out of her. I think probably like 2 in the morning, maybe a little bit less than 5, but more than so when I bought her, she was, I bought her when Ruth sold her calf. So she had been out in the field, her calf had been doing the milking. So when I got her, I was getting 1.5 to 2.5 gallons a day. So I figured I'd get more on a new cycle. And I probably got about 5 gallons yesterday. I got almost 2 gallons this morning when I milked her, and then I haven't milked her again yet. I was going to, but she doesn't seem like she's letting any milk down right now. So, but she does seem like, she seems like she's in milk pretty well. Is that good or bad?
That's great.
Okay.
That's great. So I'm gonna sort of direct on her, see how she's cleaning up, see how her uterus is cleaning up. There's a couple options. I usually like to start with a cephalosporin spectrum. It's labeled for metritis. We actually, you'll see it's got to be given in a certain place behind the ear. But there actually isn't a milk hold. It doesn't really get into the milk, so you can continue milking.
So it's fine to give it to the pigs. It's fine to give it to the pigs. Then.
Are you gonna pee for me? No, just poop because I kind of was moving the uterus around and stimulate a little bit for her, so that'd be nice.
How long does it take to rot out then? Is it weeks?
No, I mean usually, this time of year, a week, 10 days. 10 days would be a lot. So we can it'll be really important to monitor her. Sometimes we end up having to switch to more aggressive antibiotic treatment where you will have a longer hold. I guess there's a couple options for that. Like I said, the one would be the Exceed where
stop, we're trying to talk.
There's no milk hold. The other Polyflex, which I actually kind of prefer.
You know,
Okay.
whatever is going to work best.
Okay.
I'm not worried about a milk old, you know.
Let me get some treatment for her.
Okay. Anything I can do, or just keep her here?
Just
If she
keep her
pees,
here. If she pees.
dip that stick.
Yeah.
Okay. This side, the side with the that tip underneath.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a little.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to pee? Okay, she's not here.
And
You can pee now.
actually, so sorry. The other
Yeah.
part before that, I do want to. I'm gonna take a little blood sample,
Yep.
check her calcium,
Yep.
and then actually because her temp's a little low, she's Jersey.
Yep.
I'm gonna give her a little bit of calcium too, not
Okay.
a lot.
Okay.
Just kind of calcium, magnesium,
Yeah.
phosphorus,
Okay.
potassium. So those might be a little bit difficult to IV. Do you have a halter?
I do. She's not used to it, so I'm not. We'll see how that goes.
Okay. And
How long does it take for the IV to go in?
it'll be a few minutes. You don't want to
Okay.
give it too fast.
Okay.
So it usually takes about 10 minutes.
Okay. That's no problem.
So
Cool.
that's what I'm getting.
Okay, so quick recap. It looks like she's got metritis, which is her placenta is kind of rotting inside of her. So we're going to give her antibiotics. Going to give her some vitamins, calcium, stuff like that. At this point, the important thing is just to get her better. So that's what we're doing. Just need to get you better.
So you never want to give a lot of calcium if that's not really the problem.
Right.
So I'm going to give kind of the lesser amount.
Yeah, like the base amount.
And safely, and then if
The blood test comes
this
back.
shows something
Yeah.
different, we can, we
Yeah.
can work with that. I can either come back or you can come pick it up.
Okay, cool.
You can always come here.
Let's just get this done, Missy. So do you go to large operations and small, places like this too?
Yeah.
You do everything?
Yeah, we do it all. There's really not a lot of very large operations
On
around
this side of
here.
the state, yeah.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law's aunt has a milking herd, but they're over by Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
It seems like there's a bunch over there.
There are, yep. And there's actually some in southern Michigan, but in Washtenaw County, Livingston County,
Yeah.
There's not a lot.
Yeah.
And we do mostly Washtenaw.
Okay. There's one over in like Salem Township?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And I wouldn't consider them really big.
No.
And we have bigger farms. We have like 300, 400
Yeah.
cow milking herds, which are definitely big.
What's the one
But they're
in Howell there? That's a
lot
bigger one.
smaller. Howell.
Just north of Howell. They've got a bigger operation.
Oh, she's not gonna like this.
If I need to
I
change,
like to try to tie their head to the side so that I can
Okay.
get good access to
do you
the
want me
jugular
to
vein.
shorten this? Do you want me to, I'm trying to think how they turn it.
Yeah. What if we try to tie her head around
Here?
and then we'll also have to try to hold her butt to that side.
Okay.
And
Okay, so like that.
yeah. Yep.
Can we tie her
If
over?
you can hold her like
Okay.
that, that's all right.
You're not gonna like this. Let's just behave for a couple seconds and we'll feel better in a moment. Hey, Missy? Do you have a favorite type of animal to work on?
Cows,
Yeah.
100%, yeah. They're really cool.
Yeah.
They let you do so much.
Yeah.
They have really kind of neat personalities, and they're so, like from a health standpoint, they're so tough.
Yeah.
Friends with, is she paid?
Oh, just a trickle, yeah. Where did that? Do you have it? Oh, did it drop?
Oh, it's right there. That's what we need.
Okay, gotcha.
Alright. Ooh. No.
Okay.
It looks different in there. It looks pink here, but it's normal.
Okay.
Good. Like just
And that's, yeah, so like that's exactly the reason is, you know, because like you said, there's so many people right now that are buying 5 acres and are saying, oh, you know, I want to have some chickens and maybe not have a full-size cow, you know, but you still get a ton of milk out of the mini and you don't need as much. So.
Alright, if she can actually stay in this position,
Okay.
it'd be great.
Yeah, for how long?
Until I get back.
Yeah,
I'm
for
gonna
sure.
get the antibiotic.
Okay.
We're gonna put it in your ear.
I'll just stand right here.
Alright.
What's the average BPM for a cow? For a heart?
80.
Okay. I was curious. So, because I think I just choose a 72 to 75. So, I just didn't know if that's good or bad.
That's great. Alright. So, this medicine's unique.
Okay.
And it always has to be given in a little fat pad behind the ear.
Okay. She gonna not like this?
You won't like it at all.
And why does it have to be given, you know, the fat hair in that specific spot? I'll wait until you get that.
Because all the antibiotics that we use in food animals, we have to have a known. We have to be able to predict the meat and milk withdrawal.
Yeah.
And this, so we don't eat the ears.
Right.
So a lot of antibiotics leave behind residue.
Okay.
And so this is the type of antibiotic where it's a single shot will last a few days.
Okay.
So rather than having to give like penicillin, you want to give twice a day,
Right,
every
right.
day.
Yeah.
So this one shot,
We'll cover several days instead of 6
Yeah.
shots. It's 1 shot.
and so, but because of that, the carriers will leave behind a residue in the meat.
Okay.
You don't eat the ears.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's why.
And is it,
And-
like it never goes away?
I don't know.
Okay.
I really don't know the pharmacokinetics behind it. I'm sure it does.
Right. At some
But
point.
it makes it so that if an animal were to like go to slaughter,
Yeah.
they could in 13 days.
Okay.
Where if you put it in a muscle or something, it'd be
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Okay.
Long time.
Yeah.
But with this drug, because there's a lot of laws around how we use antibiotics
Right.
in livestock.
Yeah.
So with this drug specifically, you can't legally give it any way other
Except
than
for right there.
on the
Okay.
label.
Okay.
And so it's got to be at the right dose,
Yep.
in the right spot,
Got it.
and only when needed.
Got
So,
it.
you know, she's got metritis. It's labeled for that. That's
Right.
what we're doing. And we can
So,
let her
and
go.
metritis is the placenta that's not passing. No fever
It's
is
the
different.
uterus.
Okay, the
So
uterus.
so it's like the lining of the uterus, and
Got
the metrium is inflamed. And, you know, there's bacteria in there
Got it.
now because of the rotting.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's let her head go.
Okay.
And
That better?
and so what I checked for in the urine is ketones.
Okay. Can I take the halter off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's starting to produce milk now.
Yep.
And that's obviously uses like a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And so sometimes it can show you if they're in a negative energy balance.
Okay.
Or sometimes if they have a lot of fat prior to calving and they're just using it all.
Okay. So if that had shown something that would have.
We would have
caused-
increased her feed
Got
because
it.
she's not.
Yeah. No,
she
she's
looks
not.
good though.
Yeah.
I mean, dairy breeds are by
Yeah.
nature
Right.
kind of
Well,
bony.
that was the thing. So because we bred her with a mini, I don't think she ever looked huge.
Yeah.
So-
I mean, she could stand for a little weight,
Okay.
just coming into lactation.
Okay. So give her like more grain.
Is that what are you feeding her grain yet?
No, I've been giving her. Yeah, I've been giving her the like 4
Just
scoops
the-
at milking. Just when I'm milking.
Well, let's look at her hay.
Okay. Okay, guys. So the vet left. It was a bit of a whirlwind because I needed to get the kids ready to go to co-op, and she was there longer than I expected. So what we did was she took her temperature. Temperature was a little bit low. Apparently, with milk fever, their temp can go down. I think she said a lot of times Like you can feel their ears, and if their ears are cold, like their extremities get cold. Her urine was okay. She took a blood draw, so she's gonna test her calcium through the blood draw. She gave her an IV of like the lowest dose of calcium that you'd give, so that if she's low, like if she's borderline low, that dose will be perfect, and then we'll watch her for the next few days as the placenta kind of deteriorates, and I think it's the endometrium kind of rots inside of her, and then she expels that. She'll have to come back, the vet will have to come back next week to check her again to see how she's doing. She gave me a thermometer. I'm going to have to check her temperature every time I milk, just to make sure that she's not spiking a fever. Oh, and what did she do? She gave her some. So the IV, you could probably see in the video, went into her jugular, which is why we had her neck turned back around the other way, so her jugular was exposed. Then she gave her a shot of antibiotics that goes in the fat pad right behind the ear, because it's a multi-day dose of antibiotics. Now, I try to do as few medicines as possible with my animals, but I have to be realistic, and if the cow needs help, then the cow needs help. So apparently this vet works with other small farms that have, 1 or 2 milking cows, and some of them must not, must be really, really averse to antibiotics. Because the vet told me, okay, if we use this, it's going to be a 3-day or a 10-day milk hold. And I said, okay, that's fine. I'm not worried about the milk hold. Let's just get the cow healthy. So this specific antibiotic, instead of having to give her 2 shots of antibiotics a day, it was 1 shot that lasts, I think she said 3 or 4 days. But the carriers in it have a residual that lasts a little bit longer. That's why it has to be administered behind the ear, because we don't eat the ears, so there's no worry in tainting the meat. So, but we won't have to worry about meat with her anyway. So the key is she's doing fine now. She, you can probably see in the very beginning of the video, she was gently pulling on the placenta to try to get it to come out. She said you never really want to, you don't want to yank on the placenta, because you could rip stuff off and leave stuff in, and just bad things happen. So if she had been able to pull gently and it came out, awesome. That didn't happen. So we're going to leave it the way it is. She's got the antibiotics. I'm going to keep on, just keeping an eye on her closely, keep milking her, taking her temperature, and then she'll call me back this afternoon or this evening with the results of the blood test. Because if she's really deficient in calcium, it would mean probably that she's in the starting phases of milk fever, which then you want to get her more calcium so that you can get her healthy. So she said in the future, I'll need to make sure that when she's dried off, that I get her alfalfa hay. Sorry, I'm really blurred out there. And she said the hay that I have is great looking hay. She'd feed it to her horses in a second, but that it doesn't have enough alfalfa for her liking. So she's just not getting enough calories. She said she didn't look underweight, but she could have, she could stand to put on a couple pounds. So my brother-in-law Jason from 77 Crossbar Ranch is going to be going to the someplace this weekend that has alfalfa hay. He's going to buy me a couple bales, which big, I think either big square bales or round bales, that should get me through no problem. And then I'll just supplement the hay that I have now with the alfalfa hay. So that's the plan. We're pulling into co-op as of right now, so I will see you guys later.